Back live from Caniglia Field. It's Game 2 of the NAIA Men's Soccer opening round, the 63rd annual NAIA Men's Soccer Championships. Owen Godberson alongside Avery Howard, Omaha Women's Soccer alumni. And Avery, we're looking forward to this game. McPherson, a team that we talked about in the pregame, very possession-based team. You've obviously had a lot of experience here at Caniglia Field. Kind of talk us through what possession is like here at Caniglia.
Well, it's a good game plan because if you've never seen the field, it's wider than most. And if you got your outside backs high and wide, you can be able to keep possession for quite some time. And you can keep teams locked in, too, when you got good pressure. But it's hard to switch it at times when you get stuck in the corners here and you don't realize how far your other outside back is away from you. But McPherson wants to play here, and they're on the right pitch, and we'll see how they can adjust and get used to it for how wide it is.
It is the Bulldogs of McPherson College taking on the Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers. And it will be the Pios getting us underway. The 2-seed Mid-America Nazarene Pios in white. They're going to be attacking out of the north side of Caniglia Field from left to right. McPherson in the black and red stripes attacking from right to left. The McPherson goalkeeper in the all-neon kits to our right-hand side. Colby Swift, the 6-foot goalkeeper out of Sedgwick, Kansas. His opposite number on the day, Andrea Dorella, the 6'3" senior goalkeeper out of Treviso, Italy. And already, Mid-America Nazarene has an opportunity down this right-hand side, playing it back into the middle, and McPherson having to get that one away. That pass was played in by number 24 for Mid-America Nazarene, Maurizio Izarita. This is a battle of, well, it looks like rival 4-3-3 formations. Rita's ball inside for the number 9. It was Winder Pessoa, the intended target. Let's see what McPherson can do in their possession style base. Now, one of the things with possession, you can play that ball in behind, and like you were saying with the outside backs and with the width here at Caniglia, if you can get a ball in behind, they're off to the races.
Yeah, 100%. You don't realize how wide you are, how much space you can create for yourself. We're seeing an opportunity here, getting those outside backs up wide, allows those 4-3-3 at the top to stay kind of inside and go find the ball.
There's an early opportunity. McPherson knocking on the door. This one fairly end-to-end thus far as McPherson keeps it in here with Nepo Mathula, who was spotted off of that ball, and a really good tackle tracking back as well. Allowing Andrea Dorella in the, like an all-black uni to our left-hand side. Very classic, very clean goalkeeper kit. And he's starting 11s for either side, starting with Mid-America Nazarene, starting between the sticks, Dorella. The back line, the left back, Vitas Voitel. Chapelis and Churn at the center back position. And already Maurizio Izarita getting forward and playing a ball inside of the box. Midfield trio of Nagan, Courtemer, and Palacios, with a front three of Pessoa, Hovinga, and Munoz. Munoz occupying this right-hand side. Excuse me. Wants to start Munoz on that far side with Pessoa. It looks like they've switched with Munoz now occupying the east end of Caniglia Field, closest to the garage. The opposition, the Bulldogs of McPherson. It will be Colby Swift, 0-0 between the sticks. De Tavernier, Williams, Nickel, and Cuevas on the back line. Thompson, Mathula, and Connell in the center of the park with Reyna, Fernandez, and Box as the front three. And it looks like Reyna will be occupying this near side as the left winger. Goal kick will come the way early on. We've played almost 4 minutes thus far. And the opportunities from either side, it looks like both teams just kind of starting to settle down here. We Swift under a little bit of pressure and putting Vinga up so high, putting pressure on the goalkeeper's touch. You played in a style of play under Tim Walters here that likes to press the ball high. How much stamina and training goes into that press, and really what are you looking forward to when you're trying to put the goalkeeper under pressure? What angles are you looking for?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's something we definitely had to work on to, understand where you can be when they play the ball. You can play to the defenders in the box now, but you got to wait till that touch gets out there. But you want to keep it on one side. Like we said, the field is so big. When you switch it, you're just doing more work for yourself. So press can kind of be a double-edged sword a little bit because you want to keep it up there, keep them locked in. But if they get it over to their side, then you're doing a lot more work than what was cut out for you to start off with.
That was an emphatic clearance from the South African Nipo Mathula out of Johannesburg. Right back is Arita. That throw in inside of the middle. And it's like Mid-America is just trying to establish a bit of possession in the center of the park. Here is their center back, Churin. Goes all the way wide for Voitel. I'll switch it for Izarita. This giveaway in the center of the park. We might be going the other way now. An opportunity for McPherson if they can get this final decision right in the attacking third. The 1-2 coming in, and that's a terrific tackle in the center of the park to knock that back for the goalkeeper. That was Leaf Palacios coming in, getting a boot to that one. I'll roll it short for Voitel. Here's Munoz. Along the deck, the center back, Duarte Chapelas out of Lisboa, Portugal. One of the first Portuguese internationals that we've seen here in Caniglia in quite a long time. Pessoa cutting inside. Able to establish anything concrete in either attacking third thus far. A lot of possession early on for the Pios as that tame effort goes into the middle, and that was easily dealt with by Williams. A bit of a slow start, as either goalkeeper would like. Speaking from experience, you wanted a slow start usually as a goalkeeper, get yourself accustomed to the game, see where exactly the chances might fall on either side, which players are going to be the most dangerous. But when you've got a team like Mid-America Nazarene and McPherson, you've got dangerous players on either end of the pitch. Leading the goals this year for the Pios is going to be Rick Hovinga. Where's the number 7, occupying the number 9 role. Got 13 goals, 2 assists in 18 games. On the opposite side, it looks like the Bulldogs will be relying on their number 10, Marcus Fernandez. 8 goals, 12 assists in 14 games played for the Bulldogs. So nice scoring. We did see a 2-1 victory earlier for the host Bellevue Bruins, the 1 seed in this pod. Winner of this match will be facing the Bruins Saturday at 4 p.m. Coverage provided by Bellevue's legendary SID, Bill Mullins. Unfortunately not able to make it that day. And at Warner Park for Union Omaha's USL League One final. This game should provide some sparks as well. And in behind, that's a terrific ball inside of the box. The shot might not have been on there from the angle. Played it back in towards the middle, but McPherson's still with it. Here's Box. The offside flag was raised, and the shot coming in from distance wouldn't have counted even if it was on frame. But that was an audacious effort there from Thompson. Looks like Box, as he was streaking in there, just took a little bit too much time to get that ball into the middle. The angle not quite working for him there.
Yeah, something I noticed earlier is McPherson's definitely taking advantage of that width, like we said. But on the flip side, from a defensive perspective, defenses aren't used to this width and they're not tight and connected. Teams will easily split you on this field. So you got to make sure you're covering and staying tight here. And McPherson's found a few through balls so far.
If you can get a ball in over the top, the high line might just be off to the races. We saw that bit of fantastic link-up play for Olivet Nazarene in the first game. As Jasper's backheel flick to Eisenman opened the scoring, but back-to-back goals from the Bruins send Markeith pressed inside to the final of this pod. Who will be joining them? Head coach Kevin Wardlaw for Mid-America Nazarene, or Doug Quint, both in their 19th seasons in charge of their respective programs. Being a job that long, job security to say the least, and it's the 2v3 seed matching up here. 10 minutes or maybe a little under gone at Caniglia Field here in the heart of Omaha, Nebraska. Put this one into the middle. Here is Hovenga trying to get room for a shot. Some heavy touches, not willing to take on the shot 1v1. As Hovinga trying to work his way through it. Kortemer was the one that lost possession for Mid-America Nazarene in the attacking third. And Chaplin will get us back underway. Chaplin is the center back alongside Churin. Here's Izarita. Soa from Hovinga, nobody able to get there until goes all the way across to Palacios, occupying one of the midfield slots. He's just maybe trying to build and break their way down. It's a little bit of a low block at the moment from McPherson, just kind of inviting pressure on, maybe sparking a counterattack. Passoa lifting this one in. It's brought down. It couldn't be quite corralled by Hovinga. And he's going to be a Kortemer out wide. Izarito. That's a fantastic ball in from Nin to the back post. It was brought down by Hovinga. He might have room for a shot. It was deflected and out for a corner kick. It was a really good ball in, just not quite the touch you would want there. Maybe taking it out on the volley. You say taking it on the volley is the better idea. Easier said than done.
Yeah, to get a ball across the back post there, your main look, if you can't get it on frame, is to put it back into the mix there.
It'll be a Kortemer taking the corner kick from that far side. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger. Always been more of a fan of in-swingers. Putting pressure on the goalkeeper. Almost went Olympico. That one went off the bar via the tip of Colby Swift. Almost Abby Meter-esque from the corner off the Olympico. Remember that Iowa State on the road, I believe, a couple of years ago?
No, that was Jaden Thiem at UNI. Overtime.
It's been a minute, folks. I've seen a lot of UNO soccer over the years. Ball whipped in again from the Pios. That one was a really good delivery from Munoz. He's listed nominally as a right winger today, but it looks like he's occupying that left-hand side. We were talking with head coach Wardlaw before this game, and it's like they do like to switch flanks, the two of them, Munoz and Passoa. Passoa currently occupying the space right down below us. That cross easily dealt with, and we were talking about McPherson might be able to spark a counterattack. It's a really good switch onto this near side. Here is Reyna. Hernandez thought about making the run in behind. Instead, they'll play it all the way across box, trying to fight his way through. Half-hearted claims of a drag back there. I did see a bit of jostling there. Looks like it was all clean, and now we'll have a counterattack going the other way with Munoz. Hovinga making the run off the shoulder. Too close to the center back Williams, but Hovinga not giving up on the play. All the way forward now for Fernandez. And now for Connell driving forward. Connell finds Reyna. Reyna cutting inside. He's going to have this one from distance. It took a deflection, and that took all the sting in the world out of it. But cutting inside, you were mentioning you were outside forward, cutting it in from that angle, almost Arjen Robben-esque. It's a difficult tactic to get right. But in this kind of conditions, not really that windy. Sun's not necessarily in the goalkeeper's eyes, but could be depending on, the weather and the situation in the play. Could be the opportunity to find the top corner.
Yeah, and you're also 15 minutes in, so trying to test the keeper, put in some pressure, applying that pressure, kind of set the tone a little bit. Never a terrible idea, especially 30 minutes play in the first half. You got time, take your chances.
In the words of a certain legendary hockey player, maybe a TV character if you like that show, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. That shot was an audacious effort from Reyna, but not quite out of the realm of possibility. He'll get a second bite of the apple here if he can get forward. And he was bodied down from behind there. That was a hefty challenge from Hovinga dropping back. And we'll see what McPherson can do off the set piece. Taking this one, it looks like will be the Tavernier. Across the back line, Williams Not quite the header he intended there. No, at least I would certainly hope it wasn't the header he was intending there. Mathula out of play for a throw and quarter of an hour gone. There's only 2 shots for Mid-American Nazarene and 1 for McPherson. Hovinga up for Pessoa into the center of the park. I definitely thought about taking that on the first time. He will go for it on the second attempt. And goodness, a Courtemare off the crossbar. Munoz now on that far side, still with it. Back in towards the middle. That was deflected away. And now for a corner kick. But what an effort from distance from the number 10. Half an hour left to play in the opening half. And we'll have another corner kick here for Mid-American Nazarene. MNU's delivery. It looks like it will be a Courtemare taking this corner kick. Headed away only to the top of the 18. This will be a one-timer from distance. What a goal that would have been. Slaloming in there was Palacios. And it looks like it just sliced off of his foot at the last moment there. Early signs again for MNU, putting pressure on Colby Swift's goal, but no breakthrough just quite yet. Switch delivery off the goal kick. The heads go up all the way. Almost reached Fernandez. Fernandez just couldn't quite avail himself at the last moment. Mathula will now play rain on this near side, taking 1v1 with Zaritza up for Fernandez. That one not quite having enough to get to the center forward. And we'll have to go back to the Italian goalkeeper, Darella. Over across Churn, back to his goalkeeper, Darella. This is the modern game. Goalkeepers have to be a lot better with their feet, and that one was not the best from the Italians. Reina was, again, half-hearted claims at best for a bit too much on that aerial duel, but it looks like it was won cleanly as Zaritza helps it along Pessoa. And outside, and then we'll just be going through the middle. I'm not sure what the intended outcome was there on that ball through. That was Munoz playing it in. Nobody able to avail themselves down the center of the park. Colby Swift will get us underway, and that was Mathula's hopeful ball in behind. You know, neither side able to establish possession early on. Some really shabby passing in the center of the park.
Say McPherson's actually doing a good job of finding the forwards' feet there, since their outside backs are so high and wide. They have a lane to find their forwards' feet, but I think getting the rest of the team to join them, hold the ball, play it back a little short, long. They don't realize how much room they have behind the back line because a center back is stepping with that forward. So look into that space and join the forward after they hold the ball there.
Pessoa gets his bearings after slipping there momentarily. Hovinga was availing himself. They could have gotten away, but a Courtemare was dispossessed. And here comes Nipo Mathula down this left-hand side. Mathula, he will have to just launch this one into the middle. Darella came for it. He bounced off of the center forward. No foul there to give away, and McPherson still with it high up the field. There is Connell. I think he thought about taking it from distance there. He definitely would have taken it if he would have gotten around that challenge. But Munoz able to win it, the possession back. A Courtemare near side. Here goes Pessoa down over the halfway line. It's 2v7. Just too much on that there. Should have gotten the pass off a moment or two sooner. A Courtemare switches that one across for Vitus Voitel. The Austrian left back occupying that left back role. He will have a bit of a handful to deal with Box out on that far flank. We'll get a much better view of that duel between the two of them in the second 45 minutes. Still 26 to go here in the opening half between the 2-seed Mid-American Nazarene and the 3-seed McPherson Bulldogs. I'll know the score. Owen Godberson and Avery Howard bringing you today's action from Caniglia Field. Winner of this will play Bellevue University to advance to the national round in the next round of the NAIA tournament. Connell battling for it. He wasn't able to keep that one in play, and maybe if this was later in the game, booting the ball away like that could warrant a yellow card, but just no malice there. No certain kind of S-housery that I'm not allowed to say on a broadcast. 25 and a half to go, and Izarito will get us back off the throw-in. Palacios. Here's Reyna with a good delivery and a good switch to box if he can get the better of Voitel. Brought down from behind. The referee does not give it a call. There was a lot of contact with the legs there. And Box feels he was aggrieved by the official, but referee letting play go on. Leon dropping back into the midfield. Hong Kong native midfielder. He's dropping back onto the back line almost, but he's getting forward. Up for Fernandez occupying the left wing position. Him and Reyna might have switched there momentarily. The ball up towards Hovinga. Tunnel knocks it down, plays the 1-2, and he'll get possession back. Rides a challenge and a poor giveaway there, accidentally knocking it off his own player. Kortmer allowing the Bulldogs to breathe a sigh of relief. You can imagine with a striker as prolific as Hovinga, any opportunity to get him in behind could prove lethal. So far, 5 shots for MNU, only 1 for McPherson. We're still knotted up, scoreless between the two sides. Mathula wins that ball high up the pitch. Great recovery tackle to win that ball all back. And another giveaway here. Back and forth possession goes as this ball's delivered towards Fernandez. Headed away to the top of the 18. Brought down by Box. Box helps it along. And Thompson was trying to weave his way through traffic there as the foul was committed. After that one was launched into touch. We'll have a free kick for MNU just inside of their own defensive zone. So far, pretty even between the two sides as far as half chances go. The shots have been taken by MNU so far. Haven't really tested the goalkeeper Swift all that much. Zarita and Palacios couldn't combine there on the near side. Throw in will come the way of the Tavernier, the left back. They've got the right back Cuevas in a bit of space over towards that touchline. Will be Swift a braver man than I would be in that situation, taking that touch. Launched upfield, Fernandez trying to get in behind. That one didn't have enough on it to get past the center backs. Couldn't clear his lines there, and Thompson will try to fight his way through. Dispossessed, Pessoa. Him and Munoz have switched side. And the overlap, that's a good touch to get it around the sliding challenge, but too much on it. 22 minutes left to play inside this first half. Neither side going to the bench. Now, you have more experience playing in these colder conditions. Does that have any impact on how long you can go on the pitch as you start to lose? It's not really that cold outside with losing extremities, but if you're not wearing gloves or wearing the shorts out, they could get a little bit chilly out there. Does that have any impact of how long you can stay out there on the pitch?
Honestly, the cold actually affects my lungs a bit more. Just, the first time you get the cold air straight to the back of the lungs. But I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe Omaha's done this to me, but I think I prefer cold over hot. You think I've switched, but first few, 20 minutes in some hot temperatures, you're not feeling too hot. So, or you are feeling hot, but cold is a little bit different.
Avery Howard confirmed mountain girl over beaches. I am firmly in the mountains camp. I prefer cold over heat. Give me jeans and a hoodie every day of the week. This one a bit chillier than that. Off along in the midfield, Thompson got it tangled between his legs under pressure from a Kortmer, but nothing quite going there. Mathieu Kortmer, the junior midfielder out of Caen. Not like he were to play ever internationally. He would be playing for Le Bleu. And Fernandez in behind, but he was in an offside position. Marcus Fernandez, the senior forward out of Rio de Janeiro. At the NAIA, you see a lot of international talents, as we'll have some players coming in from the bench. For McPherson coming in will be the number 9, Rodrigo de Castro, out of Rio de Janeiro. And substitution for Mid-America Nazarene, it'll be Putoyi Issa from Columbia, Missouri. Issa, a senior forward, only 5'2", so he's not going to be terribly lethal from the air, but you'd imagine as a center forward, the hold-up play, maybe getting in behind as well. Could be playing it in. There's a free kick going the other way. Mathula, just a bit too much in there, Nepo. The Bafana representative in the center of the park. Driving forward, there was a center back churn. He goes out wide. Here is Pessoa trying to get the better of 3 McPherson Bulldogs, hounding him there. Helped along into the center of the park. Here's Nagin. Nagin outside is Arita. That will be a goal kick. I think Izarita thought that was going out last off of the defender. We'll have the 2 substitutions coming in. De Castro will be replacing Sam Box, and Batoyi Issa will be, it looks like, I can't tell from this angle who exactly he's replacing. I believe it's Pessoa on that far side. And Munoz will switch again to take the left wing position. Issa will be down this right-hand side, and Pessoa makes the long, lonely walk all the way around the Caniglia field. Izarita intercepts. Up for Havinga. Again for Izarita. Izarita into the center of the park for Churin. That's a cheap giveaway. In behind here, McPherson might be in to open the scoring. Great save from the Italian, Andrea Dorella. Denies the 1v1. Terrific opportunity from Sean Thompson, who could not keep composure and slot it past the Italian. That is a terrific stop in the 1v1.
Wow. Wow.
That is world-class goalkeeping from the NAIA. One of the best goalkeepers in the NAIA, if you ask his coach, Kevin Wardlaw, in the preseason, in the pregame. And we did, and he is one of the top goalkeepers in this division. Andrea, for sure. He would have bet the house on Sean Thompson putting that ball past the Italian, but no siree. We are still deadlocked at 0-0. 17 minutes even to go. That was probably the best opportunity you are likely to have if you're a midfielder streaking through. That ball up to Havinga, bringing it down on the one touch for Akortame. Akortame out wide. He does have the streaking run of Munoz if he can find him. Instead, he switches near side for Issa. Issa bodied away. Palacios cutting inside. It's Thompson tracking back. The clearance only as far as Havinga. Issa couldn't get himself to get that rebound. It'll be Munoz on the far touchline bringing it down. Drop back for the left back. Voitel giving away. Here's Thompson. He almost was able to get that through for Rodrigo de Castro. Been saying that a lot in the first half an hour or so. Almost getting it way, but almost not quite good enough for either side if they want to advance to play Bellevue in the next round. It's balanced on a knife edge, pointing and putting pressure on the goalkeeper there. Well, the goalkeeper so far. Here is Mathula into the midfield for Thompson. Out wide. And Avery, I see you're excited with the wide play. Here is De Castro whipping this one in across, and it was dealt with before it could get inside of the 6. And it will be just booted long upfield for Havinga to take on the halfway line. He's got to Kortemer. Williams on the turn. Kortemer trying to get the better of the center back. That's really good recovery. It was Lucas Williams, the sophomore center back out of London. They were hugging the touchline out there, and that is exactly what you were pointing to in the pregame, using that width and stretching the back line.
Well, they're making the right run. They're pulling them wide before they're going forward, but once they have that space and they're dropping, start running forward so you can get that ball, you're not going backwards. And McPherson's getting enough numbers up, and they're almost matching Nazarene's numbers back there, but just start running forward. Start getting forward. The ball can get through to you instead of going a horizontal ball. Join the attack. Find your way into the box.
Should be on ESPN in no time, folks. Stay tuned to the 2022 World Cup final. Here is the Tavernier along the deck up for Fernandez on the halfway line. That's really good hold-up play to hold possession as well from... He's wearing the number 10, but he's occupying a number 9 role. Not to confuse the broadcaster. I keep wanting to call him a number 9. Up forward now for Fernandez, who brings it down. De Castro. Rodrigo De Castro along the deck. Cuevas on the overlap. Thought he was brought down momentarily. It just looks on second review like just lost his footing on that far side. Under pressure, the goalkeeper will roll it short for again on the edge of the box. Here's Izarita. Korzemer dropping. Here's Izarita again. He's got Issa to his right-hand side. Too heavy of a touch, and De Tavernier will have that all day long. 1-2 play, and here we go. Mathula's got the option to go along the deck. It is Rodrigo De Castro, but the offside flag is raised. Not sure if Castro's pass in behind was the one to play. There was options on this left-hand side if they would have just been able to find Reyna.
Get moving forward, get moving forward, get moving forward.
Chances are coming. Well, they would be if the final pass would be there. More call them half chances as we get closer and closer to the last 10 minutes of this one. Back to the goalkeeper, Andrea Dorella. Duarte Chapelas will go across for his center back partner on the day, Fernando Churin. Chapelas for Issa. Issa almost gave it away. Korzemer under pressure from Thompson in the center of the park. Thompson almost, if he can get that one in, he will have another chance. There's acres of space in behind the back line and plenty of room between the two center backs for Mid-America Nazarene. Palacios. It was Goitel's pass was intercepted. Churin getting this ball forward for Hovinga. Out for Issa. That one not having enough on it to find the winger. The Tavernier in for Mathula. Mathula tried to go between the legs. Hovinga was dragged back from behind, and we will have a free kick just outside of the 18. This one well within shooting range. And a yellow card will be shown to Nipo Mathula. This one about, estimate 25 yards out, maybe closer to 30. This one well within shooting distance and well within your rights to have it if Hovinga would want to take this shot. You know, this is a Korzemer taking it. Looks like it will be the number 10 out of Con. What can he do from the dead ball situation? This Colby Swift organizing the four-man walls. Always my nightmare as a goalkeeper, organizing the wall, trying to get him lined up with the post. Chuknagan also standing over this one. It will be Mathieu Korzemer. Korzemer's free kick. Oh, that is delicious from the Frenchman. Into the side netting. Colby Swift, you could have started him in that corner and he would have had no shot. Mid-America Nazarene finds the breakthrough in some fashion.
We saw him hit the crossbar from distance earlier. We knew he had the range, and he capitalized when he finally got that chance.
Haven't seen a free kick like that from a French number 10 since the days of Zinedine Zidane himself. Mathieu Courtemer, take a bow, son. And with 11:42 to go in the first half, what does McPherson have to answer? Rodrigo de Castro in over the top. Courtemer's 6th goal of the campaign. He's level 6 goals, 6 assists in his 17th appearance. He almost felt like that was going to be in the back of the net as soon as he set the ball down. That was terrific from the Frenchman. Que magnifique. And we'll have a throw-in on the far side for McPherson to potentially equalize. We saw a quick equalizer in the Bellevue versus Olivet Nazarene game, the first of 2 semifinals today. Mathula clipping this one in towards Rodrigo de Castro. That one able to get the half volley clear. And we'll go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Swift. Yeah, there's certain shots, folks, as a goalkeeper where you can't be mad at the wall, you can't be mad at yourself. You just have to tip your cap and say, well done. That is one of those goals from Mathieu Courtemer. We've got 35 minutes played at Caniglia. Courtemer's bit of brilliance, the difference at the moment. McPherson have had their opportunities to get forward. Can they find one here? No. Play the long ball over the top, but the referee will call back, looks like, for a foul off the ball. 10 minutes left to play as the clock stops. 9:59 to go. Now on the flip side for MNU, what are you looking for in the attacking third for the Pios and as we get towards the halftime whistle and into the second 45?
Well, I think both teams need to make sure they're not giving the ball away cheaply in the middle of the field. I think we've seen multiple chances come from quick counterattacks or losing the ball in dangerous spots. So I think we've seen multiple chances that counterattacks could be the result of the next goal, I think, on both sides. So making sure both teams are keeping control of the ball in the middle of the field and just making sure they're not giving it away in dangerous spots.
2 more subs coming in for McPherson here. It'll be Jurgen Grandapalma, as well as it looks like number 17, Diego Santabanez. The ball played in over the top towards Rodrigo de Castro. Was a bit shy of the Brazilian winger. Thompson being physical in the center of the park as you would want a midfielder to be to win possession high up the field. Fernandez tripped from behind. No call. Here is a Courtemer. Now the referee will take action here as Nipo Mathula getting away with one there. He's already on a yellow card, and the tackle like that, I think if he's not already on a yellow card, he would have gotten booked for that one.
Yeah, I would agree. That one looked a little bit dangerous to me. Little dangerous. Tough spot. Get kind of blindsided there. Got to be careful, especially in that spot of the field.
You don't want, in the first half, a red card to really dictate the game, but at the same time, you don't want circumstances to really take over apart from the rules. Very subjective decision there from the referee to let that one go. I think Mathula walking on fairly thin ice for the final 52 or so minutes, 53. As Issa was brought down from behind. That was the Tavernier. The Belgium native. Tavernier, one of the only Belgian college players I've seen over the years between the Summit League and the NAIA. And my scope isn't quite as large as, say, many other folks around the country and, say, the ACC, the WAC out wide in the Western Conference. But still one of few Belgians that we've seen. He has had a pretty good performance on the day so far. Izurita cutting inside. That's a good bit of skill on the drag. Izurita still with it. Havinga trying to find room for a shot. He'll go wide for Issa. Issa's one-time delivery to the back post. Heads go up, and that was Munoz at the back, who just couldn't get the ball on frame. Looks like that one just going off the top of the head. We will have the substitutions. Here comes Grandapalma as well as Santibanez. 8 minutes left to play in the opening salvos between the two. As you go into the halftime break, 1-0 up. Imagine the message at halftime would be more of the same. Although, to be fair, the only reason these two teams have anything between them is a terrific free kick from the French number 10. The Tavernier, Mathula. And it will be Santibanez rolling it along the deck for Connell to take. Dispossessed, and Mathula just had a bit of an awkward touch. The one-timer from Negin was able to be dealt with and collected by Cuevas. On really good bit of skill there from the right back, bending that one in over the top, and that's a moment Jurgen Grandapalma's not going to want to see, but he probably will later on tonight in his dreams. A bad touch leading him onto the deck. Rodrigo De Castro was in behind there a bit too much there, dealing with the center back Shurin, who came across the cover. Looks like another substitution will be coming in for the Bulldogs momentarily. They do still have their winter coat on, so we can't see from this angle what the what the substitution is going to be. He's starting to get, as the sun goes down behind the western side of Caniglia Field, they're starting to get winter coat levels of chilly here in Omaha, Nebraska. Just the fact that we're able to play in November with not much precipitation coming down is a good sign. Is brought down from behind, but Toye Issa winning a free kick just inside of the opposition half. 6 minutes left in this one. Maybe if they can build up one last opportunity to go into the halftime break, 2-0 up, that'll be all the better for Mid-America Nazarene. Long switch towards Issa. Wasn't able to find the Columbia, Missouri native. The Tavernier up for Grandapalma. Here's Santibanez. His pass was blocked. And again, and here we go down this near side. Issa. Issa's gotten again on the overlap if he can find him. He does find the delivery into the middle, and that was cleared out off of Havinga. I don't think the center back meant to clear it out off the center back, but if he did, that is a terrific bit of skill from the defense. Coming into the match will be Joe Chapman, the sophomore midfielder out of Ramsbottom, England. He will be replacing Nipo Mathula in the center of the park, and with a player on a yellow card, and really fortunate to not have received a second yellow card. That's probably the best decision the coach could have made just on the stroke of halftime.
Yeah, I would agree. Keep him on the field for the second half. Obviously, he's having a crucial part in this McPherson team, and also I think he's done a great job applying that pressure in the press, making sure the ball stays on one side, but you know, maybe a little bit of anger from that first goal, building up a little bit, the half chances that haven't been secured yet. So keep the emotions in check, reset, and come out for a strong second half.
Now, you've been, obviously, with any soccer player, any forward in games where you're getting close to halftime, you're so close, but you just can't find that last decision in the attacking third to really get yourselves into the game. How frustrating is that as you get on, and really what's the mentality like, and what does it have to be?
Oh, it's the most frustrating because I think soccer is different than most games. You might have the most shots and least amount of mistakes, and the other team could still be winning, and it takes one shot. You might have 24 and they're not going in. So you really, really, really do have to be patient, and I know that's easier said than done, but don't force anything. The more you force it, the more frustrating it becomes. Play your style of soccer, get the ball down, move it, find your way up the field gradually, and just find those chances will come. Get yourself in front of net, though. Get yourself in the box. But don't force anything. And once again, right in that situation, don't give the ball away cheaply, though, either.
There's Havinga looking to take advantage of the giveaway. He's riding a challenge. He will have a left-footed shot, and I think he can put a goal on top of a goal, and I think that still would have gone over the top. Colby Swift will graciously let that one go over the top with 3.5 to play. Williams plays it across for his center back partner on the afternoon, Fabio Nickel. Nickel out of Cologne, Germany. Seen quite a few Germans at the NAIA level over the years. Williams, a bit of pressure, Kortemer putting the back line for McPherson. Just making them second guess their touches a little bit. De Tavernier up the wing. Brenda Palma was streaking forward into space. That one just not able to bend its way around the defense and find the Ecuadorian. The hefty challenges. De Tavernier goes to deck. Can't see which player it is down for the Pios. Might be Palacios down on a heap after that head-to-head collision. 2:23 left to go as we have a stoppage in play. Tavernier just coaxed onto the sideline, being walked off. The Belgian fullback will have to go to bench here and get looked at. I feel it looks like it's more of just a bloody nose than anything else, but still those can be disorienting as well. No matter how tough you are, when you take a shot to the nose like that, you will tear up and it gets hard to see, your balance thrown off. And as well, if you break your nose, doesn't make for the prettiest aftermath. Diego Santabanez, the one with the ball at the moment. And it was Marco Izurieta, excuse me, down, taken off for the Pios. He will be replaced, looks like by number 12, Evan Neely, the freshman out of Kansas City, Missouri. Oh. The Tavernier will be replaced. 24, Marco Izurieta. I can't quite tell from this angle who it is going to be. Looks like it's going to be number 26, Jesus Reyes. The Tavernier still getting treated as well as Izurieta. And De Palma. And the first touch for Reyes goes up high off of Vista. Helped along for a Kortemer off of Hovinga. A Kortemer out wide. Munoz. Looks like he will go around Cuevas into the space towards the corner. Getting it around the fullback. Whipping that one in, and that's really well done by Cuevas to stay with it and knock it away for a corner. Final 2 minutes of the first 45 here from Caniglia Field as the sun's setting, painting a picturesque background of the trees down in Elmwood Park below us. Will this be another picturesque delivery from Mathieu Kortemer? Right-footed in swinger from the Frenchman. He's got Munoz showing short. He opts to go to the middle, flicked on to the back post and cleared off the line. That is terrific from Daniel Connell to get it up and over the bar. Otherwise, we would have been looking at an own goal. There's a chance streaking into the back post as well. Couldn't tell which Pio was there streaking in to tap home. That was a terrific delivery and an even better flick from Fernando Churin. Be an in-swinger to be taken, I believe, by Jose Munoz.
1:05 on the clock, 1:05.
We will reset the clock with 1:05 left to go, I believe is what the official is passing along. It's currently 39 on the clock as we're looking to get that one fixed. We do have 65 seconds left to go in the first half. Munoz's delivery, near post it goes, and into the grateful gloves of Colby Swift. 60 seconds even on the clock. Swift's left-footed volley. Overcooks it for DeCastro. Brought down by Thompson. Reyes up for Grande Palma. Back for Reyes. Reyes out off the Frenchman's trailing leg of Kortmer. Knocks it out. 35 seconds left to go. You'd imagine maybe one last chance for the Bulldogs to get forward. And again, boots long. $18 left. Grande Palma. You find room for a cross here towards the middle. Well, he can, but it was not the cross I believe the Ecuadorian would have wanted. But we will go into the halftime interval with Mathieu Kortmer's free kick. The difference between the two sides fairly even so far. Avery, your thoughts on the first 45?
I mean, despite what the stat sheet might say, it felt like it was a pretty back and forth first half. Obviously, we saw a lot of half chances from McPherson. Nazarene found a way to finally close the door on one, but I do think that this game is still wide open. There's so many chances to be had still, and I think we've seen that in the first half. So I think second half, I think we might see a goal or two from both sides, but you got to make sure you capitalize on the chances you do get.
Kortmer's free kick going into the break is the lead for Mid-America Nazarene. During the break, let's see if I can find myself a replay of that goal, because that is one that should be on loop over and over. We'll be back in about 14 minutes for the second 45, the semifinal between McPherson and Mid-America Nazarene for the 63rd annual NAIA Men's Soccer Championships. We are back underway for the second 45 minutes. McPherson gets us underway in the red and black, attacking from left to right. It'll be Mid-America Nazarene going from right to left in the all-whites. Here is the Courtemer. We'll see Pessoa back out on the field as well. We'll look to switch onto that far side. Almost brought down by Izurieta, but unable to bring it down for the second 45. It's still 1-0. Mid-America Nazarene. McPherson has 45 minutes to find the back of the net and prolong their season. Voitel's ball into the center of the park. Here is a Courtemer, the number 10. Nagan. Back for a Courtemer. Bit of a stretch there to keep that one into possession, Fernando Churin, but he was able to bring it down as you're starting to see some picturesque views from Caniglia Field. Why, in my opinion, this is the finest venue in all of college soccer. As you can see the moon rising on the east side, just a bit above the Arts and Science building here, the campus of the University of Nebraska. Almost makes me feel nostalgic enough to come back and do more classes. Emphasis on the almost, folks. Slaloming through the center there was Connell. Box making his way back out onto the field after the first half substitution. He was brought off to be replaced by Rodrigo de Castro. And the Brazilian looks like will make way for at least a little bit for the Englishman. Thompson was brought down from behind there, the McPherson midfielder. Thompson having the best chance of the game so far, and that even includes the goal. He was 1v1 with Andrea Dorella. Was not able to get it past the Italian goalkeeper, who came up with a brilliant 1v1 save. Here's Fernandez dropping into midfield. He plays this one over the top for the fullback, Cuevas getting forward. Cuevas' ball in the middle, goes all the way through, and it eventually be cleared out. Only as far as Fernandez. Thompson, he might set up nicely for a hit. It wasn't. And the free kick will go the other way. Looks like that trailing leg from Thompson just caught. I believe that was Pessoa tracking back in the defense. Yes, the winger was able to draw that foul and win the free kick and prevent McPherson from getting forward. They were looking fairly dangerous. That was a fantastic ball in for the fullback Cuevas. Just nobody able to avail themselves at the back post. It'll be Pessoa down on this near side left wing position. Hovinga still going down the center for the Pios to get forward. He will be in support. Vitus Voitel, the Austrian native out of Vienna. Back line for Mid-American, consisting of an Austrian, an Argentinian, a Portuguese center back, as well as a right back on that far side, who hails from, funnily enough, Marco Izurieta is from Canberra, Australia. Repping the Socceroos here stateside at the NAIA level. It's Box who's going to play the advantage, but the referee, not sure if he'll give the free kick, but he definitely will have a talking to with the center back, Fernando Churin. Churin getting away with one there, no yellow card. And MNU will win the ball. Throw in deep inside of their own territory. Voitel. Back line is Portuguese and Spanish are somewhat close languages together. So far, so good for the center back partnership, as well as the fullbacks getting forward as well. We've got 40 minutes left to play, and it's been a fairly calm start to the second half from both sides. Avery, do you see that as we get towards the end of the game? Do you see that changing a little bit?
Yeah, I do, because I know that at a certain point, if it stays 1-0, Nazarene's going to look to try to manage that game, and obviously that usually frustrates the other side. So I would say, while the times here, I would make sure McPherson's taking advantage of the chances when they have the ball down their end.
Palacios dispossessed in the center of the park, and what can Connell do around one tackle? Gets around another challenge in midfield. He gets himself into a little bit of a pocket of space, and he's looking to switch it, but that one was never getting over the top of Azurieta. Back to the goalkeeper, Dorella. Dorella now on this near side for Voitel. Voitel for Churin. Very direct ball from the goalkeeper. Again, heads it down in the center of the park, but that was blocked away by Sean Thompson, dispossessing a Courtemare. That one in towards the middle, diving header away, and maybe now Pessoa can get his way down this left-hand flank, and he does. He gets around the right back, Cuevas, tracking back, or can't get around that on-rushing center back. Fabio Nickel came in with a head of speed and was able to knock that one out of touch for a throw. It will be Antoine de Tavernier at the left back position. He came back onto the field at halftime after receiving a bit of a knock to the nose in the first 45. Able to keep that one in play. Goal kick will come for Colby Swift, and a bit critical of the ball boy work there so far. Not a ball in sight. Swift very composed on the day as a goalkeeper between these sticks, both making some good work on balls into the box, but also very good with his feet. He's Sedgwick, Kansas native, although to be a top-level goalkeeper in any team, whether you're in the NAIA or all the way up to the best league in the world, USL League One, you got to be good with your feet. The throw-in will come down the field towards Marcus Fernandez. The goalkeeper position definitely changing. Saw the evolution myself over the past 16 years as a goalkeeper. Having to learn to play with my feet was always very difficult, especially for somebody who only went in goal because he couldn't play any other position on the field. We'll have 37 minutes left to play as McPherson, you'd imagine with a team down 1-0, will start to commit more bodies forward. That in turn leaves acres of space in behind for a striker as lethal as Rick Hovinga out of Groningen, the Netherlands. Not sure what the intent was there for Marcus Fernandez with that fancy flick, but did not work the way he imagined. Zurieta will get us back underway. The sun has finally set. Still just a little bit of light coming from the west, but won't have to deal with any sun in the eyes in this second 45, or really in this second semifinal at all, as the sun dipped behind us at Fieldhouse behind us fairly early on in this game. Palacios won the foul, and he takes it quickly. Here is Munoz. He's got to switch near side for Pessoa if he can help it along. He does find Pessoa. Pessoa's touch takes it more towards the end line than anywhere else. And somehow it'll bounce and stay in play. Fantastic work by the fullback Cuevas to keep it in. And win a throw as well. Terrific play from the right back to deny Pessoa. But Pessoa's touch, imagine on that outlet, must have been better. Again, easier said than done, but you take that one time and might be able to get it along the deck into the far post, catch Colby Swift napping. A Courtemare wins it high up the field. Hovinga muscled off the ball, but he still's with it. Hovinga's shot blocked off the back of the head of Fabio Nickel and out for a corner kick. I don't know how much the German center back saw of that. but he did get enough on it to prevent it from going back to Colby Swift. We'll have a corner kick. 10 minutes gone in the second 45. 35 left for McPherson to salvage this and draw themselves level. They've got defending to do. This corner coming in, and meat and drink for Colby Swift inside of his own 6-yard box. The Tavernier. For Reyna. Reyna will drop it back onto the back line. And we'll go from center back to center back. Nikel goes direct over the top. Reyna trying to make the run into the space. That was easily dealt with, and now cleared upfield for McPherson. Sam Box to run onto. Cleared out to touch. Early substitution here in this second 45 minutes for McPherson. Coming into the match will be Nipo Mathula. Mathula replacing the number 8, Joe Chapman. And Ryan Mathula on a yellow card, so he does have to be careful in the center of the park. Bit of a two-handed shove there in the back off that aerial duel. No call from the referee. Havinga trying to get him behind. We know that was a Kortemer trying to get him behind, but either way, he was well defended by Cuevas. Connell just having a bit of a discussion with the referee, and well, this discussion seems a bit heated between the center defensive midfielder and the center ref. He does have a claim. He does have a bit of a case here. There was a bit of a shove.
Yeah, to me, as the back is never a favorite of any player, obviously, and it's pretty obvious to see, so I can see why he was arguing that one, especially when they could have won the ball there in that situation.
Voitel's awaiting word from the referee to get play back underway. You can imagine with Mid-American Nazarene leading 1-0 and hoping to have a game against Bellevue on Saturday. So they will take all the time in the world that they are allowed. Here is Mathula in the center. Switched out for Cuevas. Cuevas now for Box. Box goes down under the challenge. Churin thought he had won it, and Cuevas having a little bit of extracurricular activities. And here we go. Not quite the fights I'm used to with Omaha hockey, but still a little bit of extracurriculars down there as tempers start to flare in a postseason game. I mean, you've played in summer league tournaments before. You know how intense some of these postseason matches can get.
Yeah, especially when you're down 1-0. Obviously, emotions are high, and even on their side, you got to be smart. You're defending a 1-0 lead. Obviously, 1-0 is not a very safe lead. So, especially in a spot right outside your box, you got to make sure you keep those emotions in check. It was going in a little too hard there for, I think, the location on the field. But trying to win the ball back, be smart. Don't lose it cheaply like we'd said in the first half.
Mathula's delivery, headed up, still alive and bobbling inside of the box. Half-hearted at best claims for a handball there from Mathula. That was just a poor touch to try to keep it alive. Kortemer will watch that one trickle out with nonchalance here. Coming across to take it is Voitel. No changes for Mid-America Nazarene in the last few moments. It's up for Havinga. Havinga trying to battle his way through the back line. Those well stuck in there from Williams. Apparently they're calling for a throw in on the near side. It looks like they just weren't able to keep it into touch. Cuevas to take. Box dispossessed. Great bit of footwork there from a Kortemer. Havinga dropping back. He'll go into the back line for Voitel. Voitel into the middle for Nagan under pressure and forced into the error. Cuevas again to take the throw. Flicked along. Fernandez wasn't making that run in behind. It looks like they were going to let the goalkeeper come and grab it, but Fernandez chased that one down, prevented the goalkeeper from coming out safely. Thompson heads it along. A lot of height on the jump there from Nagan, but no call from the referee. Nice layoff there from Havinga. Couldn't quite find Pessoa. Kell. Now across for Williams. Williams goes out for De Tavernier. Into the middle for Connell. Nobody making the run into the channels. There's a lot of space behind the MNU back line if they can exploit it. But Voitel able to intercept that one. Hovinga. Nagan. The Kortemer tried to play it on the one time, but that's good defensive work there from Antoine De Tavernier. Box. Along for Connell with a back heel flick. Trying to dink that one in behind for the on-rush of Nipo Mathula. That one overcooked and easy for Andrea Dorella to take. We've played an hour, reached the 60-minute mark, a half an hour to play here at Caniglia Field. 9 shots for Mid-America Nazarene, only 2 for McPherson. Sean Thompson's shot still the best opportunity to come from this game thus far with an hour gone. Palacios, as a player for McPherson, goes down. The referee will stop play. Can't quite tell from this angle who it is that has gone down. Connell's up and moving, so it might be De Tavernier perhaps. And with 29:17 to go, we will stop play. Excuse me, no, it will be Lucas Williams, the sophomore out of London, who makes his way off the field with a non-contact. But it looks like he will, I don't know if walk it off is the right term, but look to get himself back out onto the pitch momentarily. 29:17 to go as we're back underway. All the time in the world for Colby Smith to work on his touches on the edge of his 18. It's up for Box under pressure from Voitel. Up for Fernandez. Fernandez's one-time ball was well dealt with by Palacios. Claims for a handball and certainly looked like it from up here. Referee opting to keep his whistle quiet. De Tavernier picks up the long ball from the goalkeeper. De Tavernier is going to have a hit from distance, and that wasn't too far away from the Belgian. Hello, almost finding its way into the bottom corner. Dorella was stretching forward, had to be safe. And you let a fullback go all the way forward like that, inviting a shot on goal right down the middle. Cuevas' pass eventually finds its way to Thompson, but Nagan intercepts. Thompson able to get a touch to it, and that will go out last off of the Bulldog midfielder, out for a Payo throw on the far touchline. Kevin Wardlaw for American Nazarene is yet to bring on any additions into this second 45 minutes. We've played a little over a quarter of an hour in this second half from Caniglia Field. Great turn into a little bit of space. He had the run of Reyna down that left-hand side if the referee would have let advantage continue, but he did not, so we'll have a free kick, and Connor will pick it up in the center of the park. There's a poor pass from the center mid. And now what's on for Passoa over the halfway line. Into the middle now for Nagan. A fantastic ball in. Hovinga's shot just over the top of the bar. That was as good ball movement as you're going to get. Nagan with a delicious splitting ball into the space behind the center back and the left back, and a one-time ball in from Munoz. Just unable to keep it on frame, the Dutch forward.
Yeah, it can happen just like that when you pick the ball up from the middle of the field. It happens real fast.
And especially on a pitch like Caniglia, it glides and through balls if you hit them just right. And the Taverniers not going to be the one playing that, but it does look almost Kevin De Bruyne-esque, and that's a great tackle from behind. Switched out on his near side. Box heads it to control, brings it down on the second attempt. But Voitel across to run recovery. The fullback winning possession and knocking up the field and giving it back to McPherson, but getting it clear. Here's Williams. It's a nifty touch there from De Tavernier to try to help it along down the sidelines, bring it straight down under. That one had some zip on it. And Courtemare dispossessed. Connell now onto this near side. Cuevas up for Box. Box, great standing challenge to knock it away by the Austrian fullback Voitel. Connell. Williams. No sense of desperation just quite yet for McPherson. Taking it towards the end line. This ball is clipped in towards the back post and eventually brought down to the edge of the box. Noe Thompson shot just wide of Dorella's far post, as we will have Issa coming back into the match, but I think maybe Thompson might have had time for another touch. Just not sure if he would have been able to get it on frame with that second touch, but it would have gotten him a little bit closer to the Italians' goal.
Yeah, you like to see that he kept it down though. To actually put it on pressure a little bit in the frame of the goal, keep it down, allow a chance for maybe a rebound or something. A wasted chance usually when it sails over the bar.
I can confirm as a goalkeeper, you give up a lot of rebounds in this colder weather. Your hands might not exactly be the most might not be the easiest to work with in these conditions. And I remember quite a few times gloves really trapping. I think they would trap in the heat and made it more cold than anything else, allowing hands to be blocks. You want to keep that hand, if you're a shooter, obviously, keeping it on the deck, maybe hoping for a rebound, putting shots on net. Along the deck, Fernandez into the center now for Thompson. Thompson trying to slalom his way through the defense. Wasn't able to do so, and the clearance long for Hovinga headed away only as far away as Munoz. Munoz was dispossessed. They win possession back for Voitel to get over the halfway line. Voitel can't find a teammate on the first go. Chapas came forward. Chapelas helped it along into the center of the park. The center back still staying in the center circle, and it's a giveaway. Unable to do anything with it on the quick counter. McPherson just not able to keep their passes crisp and quick. 23 and a half to play if they're going to want to bring themselves back into this game. As things stand, we will be seeing the Pios and the Bruins Saturday at 4 p.m. here at Caniglia Field. Thompson looks to switch this one near side. It's cleared away right back to him. Mathula along the deck out wide for Cuevas. That one just behind the fullback, making the streaking run down the wing. And frustration starting to mount here maybe for McPherson. It'll be, looks like a throw in last out off of Mid-America Nazarene. You saw Hovinga just kind of flick that one over the top of the center back there, trying to get it in quickly. That's more of the S-housery. It is so common with teams up 1-0. Mathula's long throw to the corner of the six, flicked along back in towards the middle. And Courtemare able to just launch that one forward. Clearance wasn't terribly far away. Munoz now for, well, he had the option of Voitel on the overlap, Munoz, but he wasn't able to get that pass out to the fullback. Issa now on the far touchline. Brings it down, tried the outside of the boot pass in support, but well read. Look from McPherson to keep it in play. Here's Mathula. Nipo Mathula along the deck for Cuevas. Heavy touch. And Cuevas gives it away. Voitel. Cortemare. Munoz on the overlap. Munoz thought about taking it one time, fakes out Cuevas. 1v1 with the fullback. In the middle for a Cortemare. Nagan. I thought that the fullback Izurieta was going to take that one on the second go, but it looks like he was more handled than chested down. 21 minutes left to play here at Caniglia Field, and that was an opportunity to build something up to double the advantage for Mid-America Nazarene, but the longer they keep the Bulldogs in it, the more entertaining this one will become as Sam Box wins the physical duel, and that was a good lunging challenge in from Fernando Churin. It looked like it was momentarily. The AR disagreed and called the foul. Churin, the Argentinian, came lunging in on Sam Box, and will be a free kick here. Well, good work down this near side for the English winger to box out the fullback to try to get forward, but the center back came across and committed the foul. We have a stoppage. Clock's not running at the minute. 20 minutes, 41 seconds left to play. What does Mathula have on the set piece delivery? Launched in. That one should be easy meat for the goalkeeper, and it is. Dorella did have a Cortemare streaking into space if he would have taken it a second or two sooner, but again, as a goalkeeper, I can attest how difficult that half volley ball is. Issa putting pressure on the back line for McPherson, but Mathula picks it up just inside of their own half. Cuevas. Fernandez. Cuevas. One-time ball in towards Sean Thompson. Nothing going there for the Bulldogs down the middle either. Cuevas will win this header up the field. Box and Voitel going up for it again. The challenge comes in from Cuevas, and he would have been a little bit sterner in the challenge. Box getting into it with Voitel. Nagan getting involved. Munoz getting involved. Mathula's in there as well, but he's more playing intermediator than anything else. Temper starting to flare, some pushing and shoving. You definitely don't want at this point for either team a silly yellow card or a silly red to give the other team an advantage as well. If you do get a red card, you miss out on the next round, and put a real wrench in the plans for either of these two sides. Up and over the top off the free kick. Hovinga almost benefited off of the bounce from a couple of center backs. Munoz. Nagan. Voitel. Headed away, here's Zurieta. Knocked off the ball. I'll go up for Reyna. Reyna around at Cortemare, and he's fouled. Free kick going the way of the Bulldogs. 18:45 left in this one in regulation. A reminder, if McPherson were to find the equalizer, we would go into golden goal extra time. 2 10-minute overtime periods. 1 goal to win it. And if that wouldn't separate the two teams, we would go into a penalty shootout. As things stand, it will be Mid-America Nazarene going through, but not if the Bulldogs have anything to say about it. Nipo Mathula wanted to say something about it, but couldn't quite keep it down. We'll have 3 substitutions for the Bulldogs. Coming in again, Rodrigo de Castro. He will be replacing, well, this time it looks like he's replacing Fabio Nickel.
Looks like McPherson's going to start to look a little more offensive-minded and put 3 back there and put 3 more up top. Maybe it looks like 3-4-3, it looks like, but really their push here is to go find that goal, that equalizer right now.
And it will be a substitution for MNU as well. Nicholas Richmond will come in for Rick Hovinga. as well as Augustin Torello for Mathieu Courtemer. So both the 7 and the 9 off for Mid-America Nazarene. What can they do here? Here's Voitel. That clearance having a lot more height on it than distance. Voitel can't keep it in play. De Castro takes it quickly and gives the ball right back to the Pioneers going the other way. Churin driving forward, out wide for Munoz. He's got the option into the middle if they can find the pass, but instead he's trying to get around Cuevas, and again well defended by the right back, who's putting on a terrific show. Defensive masterclass thus far, trying to keep Munoz quiet. Issa wins it back, but gives it right back away. Chip ball wasn't getting over the top, and again, and it's brought down in the center of the park. Torello up for Munoz. Palacios helps it along for Munoz on this near side. Voitel. Nagan. 16:45 left for McPherson to score and bring themselves level. The awkward clearance making Cuevas do some work under pressure. Here's Richmond leading from the front. Palacios thought about it. He'll go back into the middle. Torello around one, and it'll be a free kick. This one right in the same area as a Courtemer. The Frenchman on the bench, and who's going to be the one to take it for Mid-American Nazarene? It's going to be the senior out of Glendora, California, Nicholas Richmond. This would be, if he were to find the back of the net, his third goal of the campaign, if he would be the one to take it. And he is calling everyone off of this one. Called dibs on it. They've got a little over a quarter of an hour to play. This to double the lead for the Pioneers. It will be Nicholas Richmond to take up and over the wall and out for a corner kick. One of the defenders in the wall got the head to it. And we'll have another set piece here, 15:30. And no surprise here, folks. Mid-America Nazarene will take their sweet old time with it. And well within their rights to do so as well, up 1-0. Just a bit of gamesmanship out there on the pitch. If you're the winning side, it's fantastic to watch. If you're the team trailing, it is absolutely maddening. Nagan comes over to take this in swinger. Flicked onto the near post, and Colby Swift stayed on his feet and was able to get two big hands to it to corral. That was a really good opportunity and a good flick at the near post. The Tavernier up for Reyna. There's Connell. Now along for Thompson. Thompson goes wide for De Tavernier. Cutting inside, trying to find any passing angle they can, given away. Richmond. Palacios. That one last out off McPherson. Excuse me, off of. It was McPherson. I can't see from here. It might have been De Tavernier getting a touch to it, but nonetheless, 14 to go. And it's still the 1-0 ball game. A Courtemer's free kick, splitting up the two sides. Other than that, been fairly even. 7 corners for Mid-American Nazarene and 13 shots. They have definitely had the better of the offensive chances, but McPherson has been in it throughout the 90. Can they find one more opportunity to test Dorella, the goalkeeper? Cuevas didn't bring it down as cleanly as he maybe would have liked. And Rodrigo de Castro will let that one go out of touch for a throw off the deflection. De Castro playing it back to Thompson. Great bit of skill out of the air by the Brazilian, but that is stereotypical of the sides of the players from South America. The street ball style, able to keep that one up in the air. Fantastic footwork from the Brazilian, and even better from Munoz to get around one defender. Played into the middle, all the way across, and through the 18 was cleared away towards the corner. Fighting for it is Munoz. Emphasis on fighting. He is in a physical duel to keep that one in play. Did everything perfectly up until that pass to Voitel out for a throw. Tackle from McGann, getting it to Palacios. Poor giveaway. That was well worked in the midfield. Coming up there was the center back, Fernando Churin, to come up into midfield and just knock that one away. Mathula switched to Tavernier. Going direct in over the top, and that's a really good ball in behind. Offside flag staying down. Back for De Tavernier. He's in swinger towards the middle. Was almost brought down, but out of play. And it will be a corner kick for Mathula to take. 11.5 minutes. Is this the set piece to give McPherson their equalizer? This one on the 6-yard box, and that's a great save from Durella. Ball back into the middle. Header comes in off the line. Goodness. And now we go back the other way. Issa capitalizing off the defensive mistake from Cuevas. Issa's in behind to make it 2-0, and he does! End to end. And Mid-America Nazarene have doubled the advantage with less than 11 to play. The quick break up the field. Cuevas with the defensive error. And Butoyi Issa, once he got in behind, he was not going to be caught. The winger doubles the advantage, and it's 2-0.
You're McPherson, that tears you apart because you just had great opportunity down your end. Then America saves it off the line, blocking shots, putting their body on the line, and then you give up a counterattack. Those hurt.
And that is one that Austin Cuevas is going to be seeing in his nightmares for weeks. Unless McPherson can pull off now the double comeback. Munoz. Richmond in a pocket of space. In an otherwise fantastic day for Austin Cuevas, it can all turn on its head at the flip of a switch. Cuevas with the awkward touch. Issa put the pressure on and in behind, and Colby Swift left on an island. Here's Mathula. Helps it along out wide for De Castro. His delivery into the back post is a good one all the way across. And Reyna had it on the side foot volley at the back post. And in the 80th minute, another chance goes a-wasting for McPherson. And an exciting last few minutes. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left here as Mid-America Nazarene takes another big step towards their date with the Bruins on Saturday. McPherson not done yet. There is still time if they can find one in the next few minutes and put pressure. And not with passing like that, they won't. And now the gamesmanship going to be even more intense from Mid-America Nazarene, trying to eat up as much time as they possibly can. Issa brings it down. He's brought down on the edge of the box. No call, but that pass was intercepted by Munoz. Nagan out wide for Voitel. Voitel along the deck. Inside. Well, that might have been inviting for a shot, but Voitel's inside of the box and clipping this one into the back post. And that was an important touch away from Williams, because otherwise it was just sitting there on a plate, and Richmond would have been in to make it 3. And sliding challenge to win it back. Here's Nagan up for Richmond. As dispossessed, heavy touch invited the challenge in. The switch is on if they could find Rodrigo de Castro, but it's intercepted by Voitel. Munoz now plays this one in over the top. And Williams will shield that one off and let it go out for a Colby Swift collection. Out for de Tavernier. 8 minutes left to go in this one. Issa keeping that one in play defensively as well, getting a block in. And again, launches that one towards Richmond on the far touchline. De Tavernier coming across to try to win it back from McPherson. Richmond just holding up, waiting for reinforcements. Gets the turn to go. He's got Munoz streaking in the middle if he could find him. Off the help from Williams he does. Palacios. Issa. Issa's cross was blocked, and this one will be a corner kick for Mid-America Nazarene to take. Across to take it. At a leisurely pace is Jose Munoz, the freshman defender. Well, he's listed as a defender, but he has been playing winger all day long, and it's been a brilliant performance in the attacking third as well from Munoz. He's coming across to take it. Delivery into the middle on the line, and Colby Swift will collect and roll forward now for Nipo Mathula. Mathula in a lot of space in the center of the park. Nagan forces it wide for De Castro. That's a good switch across for Reyna, who brings it down. It's Reyna's shot. Great save. Still alive. And it's another fantastic save from the Italian. Big, big stop from the Treviso goalkeeper. And Mid-America Nazarene holds the 2-0 advantage, but only just. Nipo Mathula to take. Heads go up. Bad touch in the middle from Sean Thompson. Allows the clearance. Cuevas back on the halfway line. That one will be allowed to go all the way through as Reyna jumped to let it go between his legs. 5:45 to go. And Dorella, textbook time wasting as a goalkeeper. Well, the chances are coming for McPherson. It's just been one of those days inside of the box.
Yeah, it's really come down to a lot of the small details, and unfortunately that can make or break a game, and McPherson's been close, but just not close enough, unfortunately.
Connell will go along the deck. Almost helped along. Out wide now for Reyna. Cutting inside. He's going to have this one. And that one is easily corralled by Dorella. 5 minutes of the 90 left. Mid-America Nazarene holds the 2-0 advantage. McPherson have been there. They've knocked on the door, but no answer. And they're running out of time to pull themselves back into this game. Richmond almost got the flick on for Issa. Nipo Mathula. Shoulder to shoulder with him again. That's a great tackle to kill even more time from Agustin Torello. Thompson had Connell. He'll go back for Williams. Williams now across for de Tavernier. Connell. Reyna. Now back along. That's a poor touch from Connell. Can't keep it in play. Another minute ticks off the clock, and another minute closer to McPherson heartbreak here at Caniglia Field in the opening round of the NAIA Men's Soccer National Championships. Winner of this game, as things stand, Mid-America Nazarene will play the Bellevue Bruins Saturday at 4 o'clock here at Caniglia Field. Here is Issa. Issa has Richmond streaking through. That ball just too far in front of the Californian. And it's rolled short. Williams to Tavernier. Ball intercepted. And up for Richmond, who can't collect. Cuevas. Williams. Nipo Mathula. Out wide for De Tavernier. Long ball forward. This one's starting to get a lot more direct. De Castro's ball to the back post, and it flashed across the 6. Nobody streaking in at the back. Right, on a ball like that, when you get it out wide, somebody's got to be making that crashing run at the back post. Chances coming, but nobody stepping up for McPherson late. 2.5 to play. Take something a little shy of a miracle at this point for McPherson to get themselves back into this game. Here is Issa off the win back from Richmond. Richmond's in behind, but he's offside. Fired it into the side netting nonetheless, so it would not have counted. Swift. Near side for Cuevas. Mathula being harassed by Torello. Western Torello out of Montevideo, Uruguay. Mathula's long throw wasn't able to find a teammate. It'll go all the way forward. And bouncing around, Richmond wins it back, clips it high, and trying to play it into space for Palacios. 90 seconds of the 90 minutes left to go, and Mid-America Nazarene can taste their date with Bellevue on Saturday. Maybe one last chance to pull themselves back into this game. Slaloming run through the center of the park. A challenge outside of the box, and we will have a free kick right on the edge of the box. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go. And a yellow card is shown to Fernando Churin. Now it will be, looks like, Nipo Mathula taking this free kick to pull McPherson back within 1. Mathula joins standing over this free kick. We've seen one beautiful free kick from this exact angle. And it'll either be Mathula or Reyna to take it, looks like. Might be Santibanez actually standing over that one. It'll be Nipo Mathula over the top. And a wasted opportunity to test the goalkeeper. And it looks like the bells from St. Margaret Mary's across Dodge Street are tolling the end of McPherson's season. Mid-America Nazarene, 15 shots today, forcing 2 saves out of the goalkeeper. Mathieu Akortemer and Batoye Issa, the 2 goal scorers today to send Mid-America Nazarene into the final with Bellevue. Richmond is in behind here to make it 3. He's going to have a shot, and that's heroic last-ditch defending from Cuevas. The time expires. Saturday will be Bellevue and Mid-America Nazarene for a spot in the next round of the NAIA Men's Soccer National Championships. McPherson falling at the hurdle. And what a game that will be come Saturday. Some fantastic action today, Avery. It's been a thrilling 90 minutes. What have you thought of it?
You know, I think, like we'd said most of the broadcast, that it comes down to those little details, those little opportunities, and I think at the end of the day, what we really saw was that Mid-America was able to capitalize, and McPherson wasn't. And sometimes that can make or break a game, like we said. And, you know, they took advantage of their opportunities, and when they got them, they were able to put them away, and sometimes it's all it takes.
It's been a pleasure bringing you today's NAIA Men's Soccer opening round from Caniglia Field for everybody at Bellevue University Athletics and here at the University of Nebraska Omaha. Avery, thank you for joining me on the broadcast today. Enjoy Thanksgiving break from classes. Everybody knows that college students deserve a little bit of a break every now and again. But thank you so much for joining us throughout the day. And be sure to tune in Saturday as Mid-America Nazarene plays Bellevue University for a spot in the next round. For everybody here at Caniglia Field, I've been Owen Godbersen. Have a great rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. And good night from Caniglia.